Ricky, how's it feel to be back on the saddle?
It's unexpected, I must admit. But at the same time, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, this week for me is really no different than the last couple of weeks. I've got a job to do leading this team this week. I want to make it very clear that this is Michael Clark's team that I'm just stepping up to look after for a couple of days. Everyone knows my appointment's been made for hopefully only Friday. Hopefully Michael comes up for Sunday's game. So this week is just about taking over Michael's team and hopefully leading the team well and hopefully getting the result that the team's after.
Did you agonise over the decision much? Was there much thought into coming back and captaining the side after?
Yeah, I did have a think about it, and I had a good chat to John Inverarity about that and what some of my concerns were around that. But at the end of the day, I decided to do what they wanted me to do and what I felt was probably right for the team right at the moment. With, as we know, we've got a few of our experienced guys out on the sidelines at the moment. So, and I know Davey Warner had been named vice captain at the start of the one-day series, and they've made it very clear. When I say they, the selectors made it very clear why they haven't given the captaincy for him for this game. It's for me, as I said, just another week. I'm excited about leading the team again, but it's hopefully for only a very short period of time. I think all the things that have already been spoken about in the media the last couple of days. The fact that there was a vice captain named and that looked like I was coming over the top of him, and maybe not giving a younger guy an opportunity to captain Australia. They are the things that I spoke to John about. But at the end of the day, that decision. I mean, the fact that they'd actually asked me, they had put a lot of time and thought and energy into, making me come back into this role. So, as I said, I agreed to do it, and I actually felt and still feel right now that it's probably the best decision for the team. Yeah, well, that's a big part of what I've got to do this week. It won't. As I've always done right through, when I was captain, was always ask the opinions of other players out in the field at different times in the game. And for Friday's game, it'll be Davey that I'll be going to a lot, just to one, let him know what my ideas are and what we're trying to achieve, but also try and get some ideas out of him as to where he sees the game at any particular time. So I think he came out yesterday and said that he's really enjoyed working under Michael and even George Bailey in the 2020s, and for him tomorrow he's got a chance to work with me, and I'm looking forward to that. Well, he has stepped aside a little bit, but I've been on the phone to him a little bit as well. I've been chasing him down as to little things that he might want, to gain out of this week, even just with who he wants to field in the slips and who he wants to bowl at certain times and things like that. So, it's not, as I said, it's not about me coming in and taking over the ship. It's about me doing what Michael wants this team to do and what Michael wants this team to achieve. So, I've made that very clear to him, and that's what I'll make sure I do on Friday. Oh, well, you have to when you're out in the field. Yeah, I can't be thinking about what Michael would want at every single moment of the game, but I've had a chance to talk to him this morning, and I'll have more of a chance after training today once we've finalised our team to, really get from him what he wants out of the game.
You're a footy fan. Do you see a day where there might be co-captains in the Australian cricket environment, like AFL, like rugby league?
No, I don't think there will be. No, I don't think our game lends itself to having co-captains. I think it's a job for one person, and it's important that person makes his mark on the team as quickly as possible, which Michael's been able to do really well, I think, over the last few months. So, I think it's hard enough as it is when there's just one captain out in the field, let alone having more than one.
Ricky, did you actually speak to Dave Warner, or have you spoken to him about the situation before you decided to do the games this week?
Yeah, we have. As soon as the game finished in Adelaide, I actually dragged him over and made him sit with me for a few minutes, and said to him then, look, make sure you got yourself ready to captain Australia in a couple of days' time. But and then as soon as the decision was made that I was captain, he was on the phone to me straight away saying, oh, don't worry about me, you better make sure you're ready to captain the team. So, we've had a little bit of a chat about it. Davey's obviously very clear on the direction that the selectors have taken, and as I said, I'm just going to do the best that I can to make sure he gets the most out of the game that he possibly can.